The Brooklyn Solutions platform has an advanced compliance and regulatory reporting capability. What we have is a repeatable approach to either internal policy or external regulation where that you need to capture a set of metadata continually, regularly, make sure that's curated from multiple data sources, and then that enabled to be reported against and then extracted in the format that either the regulator or those who are looking at the reports desire it to be in. That's as simple in the platform as determining a framework scope, so which suppliers are in scope or which contracts are in scope of a regulation. For example, the European Banking Authority in Europe have, for the last several years, had something called an outsourcing regulation, where critical business elements for financial services companies are outsourced. It's a group of suppliers that have been outsourced, either all or part of a critical business process. And in those cases, it needs to capture a certain metadata. And within the Brooklyn platform, we have out-the-box configurations for well-known regulation, but essentially you can define metadata that needs to be captured in tabular groups, so you can put them together and represented by the regulation construct under the tab. You can then put together compliance rules, so compliance rules are where that data is missing and alert is generated, bring in an operator, so a supplier manager or a contract manager's attention to it to say that data is required. Either documents needed to be loaded or information needs to be added to those fields, and there's visual indicators for that. We have the ability to report at a scale, macro level, in a clear RAG based format, what's missing, who needs to do what the current coverage is at a company-wide level, business unit level and team level. And then where necessary that the regulator asks for reporting a specific format, we then ensure that the users of your platform or the users of Brooklyn are protected from having to generate somewhat painful templates or update templates that are in formats that aren't sensical or easy to use and available to download those in real time. So what this means from the benefits perspective is that we've got the ability to seamlessly submit to registers going to the regulator. We have the ability to ensure compliance and submission accuracy because we keep that integrity of that accuracy as agreed with the regulator. It's really efficient from a data management perspective, and we've got actionable insights that come out of the platform because it integrates the data, the feeds and the inputs, etc. It can be run at any scale, any level of auditability because it's enterprise grade, and it gives you a line of sight into a series of trusted referenceable sources. What you can see here within the platform, there's a lot of data capture that's required in this. In this case, what you can see is that at this level, what is missing, and what you can do is then click here and you can go and update that information and ensure that that is compliant. So these are references that relate exactly to the regulation as defined by the EBA. The more useful element that is typically relied upon by management is how compliant am I across all of my contracts? How many of the rules have I got satisfied? Where am I with my readiness across my segmentation? My Tier 1 suppliers, Tier 2. If I then switch to see, well, how many from a contract view level, how many are compliant or non-compliant? These are the total scope, these are the contracts. We're looking at the Unitech organisation, and we can see that there are a few of them that are compliant and being fully populated, but there's a number of them that need work. And if by clicking onto each of these individually, you'll end up with a view like this, which is about the software provisions one that says all of it's 100%, it's got all 43 compliance rules met, and you can see the information of all those 43 compliance rules here. As mentioned, we can do this for a number of existing regulations and frameworks that we actively support. So all regulations and frameworks from the PRA or the EBA, such as outsourcing critical third parties or DORA, as we just shown.